This is the Shoot at the Hip podcast, and on this edition, we're going to be talking about Rusev. Now, I want to talk about Rusev because, honestly, man, if you've been following the career of Rusev, you really have to be thinking to yourself, there's no way in hell I thought that Rusev's career would end up the way that it is. Rusev is such an amazing athlete, man. I mean, this guy is nearly 300 pounds, if not 300 pounds, and he's just absolutely athletic. He's agile. He can sell well. I mean, he's pretty decent on the mic, and he came in with all the fanfare, man. I remember like when Rusev first came to WWE from NXT, and he came in a Royal Rumble, and he had a good showing. Then all of a sudden, he came up to the main roster, and I mean, he was running roughshod through people, man. And it really made you think, like, man, this guy's going to be around for a while. They put him in feuds with different superstars like Sheamus when he won a United States Championship. And they put him in a program with John Cena, man. And Rusev, man, he was undefeated for a full year. And then all of a sudden, when they did put him in a feud with John Cena, that's when everything seemed like it just started to go downhill from there. I mean, it really seemed like, the people in the back didn't know what to do with him after they fed him to John Cena. And then, they put him with that terrible, gimmick with Wade Barrett, Sheamus, Del Rio. I mean, it was just absolutely pathetic, man. I mean, had him getting jobbed out to old guys like Stone Cold Steve Austin, Shawn Michaels, and Mick Foley at WrestleMania. And it is just sad, man, because this guy should be a world champion, man. Rusev should be a world champion. There's no way in the world that Rusev should be just around there just taking up space with Aiden English. I mean, I expected from Aiden English. I mean, he was a tag team guy. And Aiden English, honestly, man, I mean, he's okay in the ring, but he really doesn't wow you like Rusev, man. Rusev put on some very, very good matches, man, with Big E before Big E got with the New Day. And, I mean, he was just good, man. And I really thought that he was going to be a player for WWE, but I don't know if he just made somebody mad in the back or Vince McMahon just doesn't like him. I just don't get it, man. And he has talent, man, and he has charisma. I mean, if you follow Rusev like on social media, he's a really funny guy, man. He seems like he enjoys life, and he seems like a guy that if you put the rocket boost on his back, he can go to the top. There's nowhere in the world that Jinder Mahal should be world champion before Rusev. It is an embarrassment, man. But it just shows once again how out of touch Vince McMahon is. This guy has absolutely no pulse. I mean, it is just absolutely pathetic the way he utilizes all of this talent that he has, man. Rusev talking about Rusev Day, got Aiden English singing for him, and man, it's just sad, man. Getting beat, getting RKO'd and beaten less than a minute. Like, that's not the way you do things, man. That is not the way you do things with Rusev. You took Lana away from him. I guess they were trying to make Lana, a competitor, but obviously, man, she's better off being a valet. I mean, she doesn't belong in the ring, man. And why would you take that away from him? I have not a clue. It just seems like somebody is trying to sabotage Rusev. It seems like they're trying to make people not care about Rusev. I mean, when you think about the career of Rusev and where it's turned, you got to think about Vladimir Kozlov, man. The Moscow Mauler. He came in. I mean, he was running roughshod. He had a feud with Triple H. Of course, Triple H buried him. And the next thing you know, they put him with Santino, and he was a comic relief. Rusev is too talented, man. I can understand it with Rusev because Rusev didn't really have charisma, and that's what kind of made him funny because he didn't have any. But Rusev, he has all the charisma in the world. He has all the talent in the world, and this guy should be a world champion. It is embarrassing the way WWE has booked this guy, man. They need to put this guy on a path to to a championship, man. Like, rebuild him, restructure Rusev, man, because people would actually care about him. He was getting actual heat, man. People actually disliked this guy. And like I said, he must have really made somebody upset in the back. It is absolutely pathetic what they have done to this guy. Hopefully, his career turns around, man, because he is just too talented to be sitting on the sidelines and just wasting away.